Hello everyone and welcome back to Twin Peaks, the map in which we've created we've created Twin Peaks ourselves, the map which has two main islands either end of the elongated map and a number of islands in between. So last episode we completed the train tracks for cargo going all the way around this first island. So we've got a hub here, a hub here, a hub here, 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 and then one up here as well. So it goes underneath the airport here, and then it comes up through the mountain up to the second main hub on the way through, and that connects up to tools factory, food processing factory, and a steel mill, and then comes down here to where we have a number of other things. I'm going to turn these on because it'll probably be quite helpful. So we've got a number of things up here. We've got a number of things down here. We've got a number of things over here. So that basically we're putting the hubs or the train stations where those are. So this just allows us to pretty much use the train lines to interconnect everything around this map. So it goes from where the harbours will be, because we've taken some out. We've got a few here that need to be put back in. We've got the main station where the harbours come in for everything that comes through from the map that way. We've got a station on from it going counterclockwise, and then a second station up here because there's not much around here other than like a forest and Medan, and then obviously the ocean, or the not the ocean. This would be the ocean, I guess. Anyway, it's like an inland sea, I guess. I don't know what else to call it. The bay. That's the bay. The Medan Bay. There we go. So we've got another station up here for stuff around here. We've got a station down here for a few different things down here. We've got a station down here. So it goes all the way around this way, down here, and then goes underneath to here. It actually comes out just about here, as you can see, and then it goes through this way, up, and then goes underneath Changsha because we don't want to go through Changsha. That would ruin Changsha. And then comes out back over here where the main station is for the harbours. So yeah, we're gonna start by probably cleaning up what we sort of took out the last couple of episodes to put everything in. So that would be stuff like a route through here for the roads and what have you, because currently we only have this route through, which is not necessarily the best. So without further ado, let's crack on with that, shall we? So what I think we would need to do is bring this out a little ways so that it's away from that farm, and then we would want to bring it over the top of this lot. So you can see that actually where the train tracks go down already, it might be good to utilize that, but we can quite easily go over the top here. I reckon that's probably high enough. So if we were to come out from anywhere, I guess if we just follow where the old line is, that should be fine. And then we'll connect those up with a little hump in the middle, and that goes over quite nicely. So there's our first bridge over the main way through. Actually, we should have really thought about where this main road's coming through here. Is there enough space on this side to... Not really. Place it through, there isn't. So it would probably have to come through this way. So if we actually just delete this back. So we're just going to delete these roads back. To about there and up here. And then we would need to go over the top here. So if we choose maybe somewhere relatively in the middle, sort of like here. How far do we have to go before it becomes a bridge? That's not quite enough. That seems a little bit high, but then again, it is a very core way through. It's the main road through for this. So maybe we do want it to be quite substantial. So that will come down there. We'll make it just a dirt way up. This road actually goes nowhere now, but we could continue it through maybe with the junction there. And then if we did something like this coming down to here, and then these roads will pop into That's a little bit annoying. We can't get it to create a satisfying curve around there, but we'll do something like that. And then if this road came into it here, that could be where the two roads meet up, maybe. So if we just delete this bit back a little bit, and we can do sort of a road out from this way, and this one will just snap in like so. So if we draw these lines in, if they can follow where the fields go, that would be quite nice. I feel like maybe we can do better around here. So I would imagine it will come underneath here. Something like this up to there, where it would then allow things to come over here or go back that way. And that's pretty perfect, to be honest, or at least it is for that section. I don't think we really need to bring this road across. If anything, maybe it can connect up here. Nope, we literally have no space between there. So we've just got a bridge coming over for nothing at the moment, but it's just an old one that used to be there. In fact, if we continue the road on, can be where it used to go up to. In reality, it would probably delete this back and then just connect it into here, and that would become the main route there. So we now have a connection here that comes through, which is good because we actually have quite a lot of stuff on this side that will need to come over this way. So having this main, or what is this, a medium country road come through this way, it means that we can have decent connections through for that stuff. So I'm quite happy that that's actually there. Right, what else? We did stuff up here, didn't we? So we have this main road here that actually connects up to that one. It's a little bit annoying that that one's not quite close enough. I wonder whether we could get it to be close enough if we had maybe like a road comes out from here and goes up to there. Road that comes out from here and stays flat. And then if we just raise that up in the middle, then maybe, he says, it'll form a bridge over there. So now this connects to the main coal mine here, which will be useful because it has a direct connection rather than having to do a depot that then sends a truck route up. This may well turn into a sort of turnaround area that we create a drop-off point, because as we said, we've got two things down here that aren't directly connected and will need to have some sort of connection there. In fact, we've got a nice little roadway coming down here. It might be good to connect it up. Something like this. And then if we could maybe delete this back a little bit. Oh, that's a lot to delete out, actually. Maybe we could just have a road that comes down here and then crosses over. Considering not much is going to come down that way, it's probably fine to have a level crossing rather than a bridge going over the top. So that's quite a nice little route through down to these two resources down here, and we can utilize those now, bringing them into the train station quite easily. So we changed quite a lot around here last episode, or it might have even been the episode before that. By putting this station in, we've actually had to take out the main route through here, and we've altered it so that it comes up this way. So now effectively there's a bypass away from Dhaka from Medan. Even though we had a tunnel coming down here, we're now able to go past it with the, what's this, the large country road. So it comes down this way, connects into Nagoya, and it also connects up to the main way through, which, I mean, the way this is connected up isn't necessarily the best, but it should be fine for what we're going to be doing with it. So if memory serves, we were just putting in the Nagoya, or sorry, the Dhaka main connection here for all the deliveries. So what were we going to do? We could do a little road over here, and that could connect in here. And we could also do a connection through this way. I think if we had a bridge coming over, that would probably be best. So if we just do something going over here, where does the bridge pillar become an issue? There. So if we delete this back, not too far, like I just want to, well, maybe we'll have to redraw this in. Take this, bring it up that way. And then we have an alternate way through here. What we can do is probably delete this out and build this. I was hoping to go up to here, but it looks like this is too extreme of a way up, so maybe we have to do something snaking back on itself, sort of on the way up, similar to what we did with the, yeah, I don't think that's gonna quite work. So I'd like it to connect into here from this side, but it's just a case of what we can do with what we've got. Maybe if we went that sort of direction. There we go. Now we have a connection up to this road as well, which actually, now that we look at it, kind of defeats the purpose because we've got a connection here anyway. But I think it'd be useful to have one that comes down this way because we do have a connection here that comes in via a tunnel. So stuff from here can go up and then back that way if it really wanted to, although it would probably be fastest to go this way. Anyway, so if we want to put a bridge over the top here, I'm thinking something along the lines of a bridge coming across. See, that's perfect for there, but then the bridge pillars get in the way here. So I don't know what we could do. Possibly if we deleted some of these buildings out, it might allow it to work. Oh, hang on. That works. There we go. So if we just delete this back a little bit, we should be able to have it connect into this bridge pillar collision. No, that's not quite working. Maybe it has to go across this main route. We just want it to stay flat and straight effectively. So there. And then if we maybe come out this way, how much higher is it? I mean, that works. So now we have a way through straight down to this area here, which we will plug in shortly. If we just chop this node, bridge pillar collision. There we go. That pushes it further up towards where the station is. Very nice. So we can have another connection through this way. I'm thinking something like if this comes off down this way. To be honest, it would be quite nice if it came out straight and then started doing a bend in there. And that's pretty much it. So what we would want is for this to connect in maybe here, like so. We can upgrade this road through. And connect that. And there we go. Now we have our main line through from the tunnel there, but it definitely splits off and becomes many different things. So let's plug that into there. Let's plug these in here. Like so. And then we would need to connect this up maybe over here. But we could grow this out just because when the trains start coming through, they're probably going to have quite a bit of cargo on them. So having a decent buffer on these stations makes a big difference. And that's about as far as we can take it. So we'll just put these in. Annoyingly, I can't place them any faster than this, so I do apologise. Right, there we go. And if we just do an entrance on this side, an exit on this side, do similar to what we've done before. There we go. So this would be where the all of these, in fact, those are Madan's ones. So I'm thinking Madan's ones could come over on this side, away from here. But we could utilize them if we really wanted to. I don't know where has the ones from here gone? Oh. Right, so they're just their own thing at the moment, which is a little bit odd. I didn't think that they could go to themselves, but they apparently can. So we'll have to pick those up, pop them over here. So if we actually do that now. So that's number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. So then, cargo fuel goods. Right, these ones, I don't think they're going to exist anymore, considering they go from here, which is no longer there, up to there. We actually want to use the train lines to bring them up that way. So maybe we should remove those. I think so. So if we sell these one by one, and autosave doesn't get in the way. In fact, does fuel line come from down here? Yes, it does. Interesting. I thought it was elsewhere. So we can just sell that one and then remove that. Then that gets rid of all of those. If we connect this in like so, and we've got a main route through down to Nagoya, and then also we've got this section over here that's connected by this bridge through. So we just have to move these onto different terminals, really. There we go. How's that doing? Yeah, a fair bit of stuff is, well, at least it's using the ways in and out, so that's good. Right. So that's this area almost pretty much done. We just want to do maybe some connections to the main resource areas. main connection down here. The one thing I'm quite conscious of is creating something that then the traffic uses as a quicker route through. Because obviously if we've created those that's what I want there. There we go. If we've created these bypasses round to the different cities, and we don't want them to not get used by the traffic that's coming through here. So I'm very conscious if I, for example, did a road through here, it would use this road. So I could do that with a lower speed road, because the large country road that we've got here is 62 miles an hour, whereas the small country road is 37. That could be a good way for me to control it, because hopefully the AI would use the faster road through rather than preferencing the slower connection there. There we go. So hopefully traffic will still use that main road through, because it's a faster speed limit than the main route through. And in fact, if we downgrade these as well, then maybe we could connect this up here, like so. I'm quite happy with the connections there, to be honest. It's a shame that we can't connect to the ore mine here, but because it's on the other side of both of these roads, we're just going to have to go around it, do something about that. So we've got the anchor route. Ah, there we go. They're using the main route. They're using the main route through, rather than the other ways. So we've actually got some spare terminals there. We could do a connection to the airport as well. So if we do that on number 7. Oh, excuse me. Connect it in down here. And then if we add another passenger terminal. So that can be where number 5 goes. Goes to number 1. And if we look at number 5, it's actually going through this route, which isn't really the way I'd like it to go. I'd prefer it to come down here and go up, because this is going through the main city. So maybe we need some... Ah, we actually already do have some whatchamajigs here. So hopefully that uses the main line down now. Yeah, there we go. Comes down this way. That's good. Cool. We could even maybe upgrade this road down so it's 6 lanes all the way down to here, where it splits off to the 2 directions. That might be a good idea, because it would then it would be like a hierarchy coming down to this point rather than to here. Can we upgrade past here? We can't quite. That's annoying. So we might just have to leave it as it is. But yeah, the next step after we've put in all the roads and what have you is probably to connect all these different resources and factories to the main hub, or to the main train station, sorry, so that we can actually pull those resources in and also utilize them if we have product going to different places and what have you. So right now we're just focusing on the roads and fixing all the stuff that we've removed, but that should be coming afterwards, I would imagine, once we've got the main train lines in. So if we did a connection here, then that's another route through down to here. We've got a couple of different roads here. And as I said, I think in one of the last episodes, it may be good to have these not intersect, but to cross over. And then we can basically connect them up in other ways. Which actually from here, it might be best that this one goes into a tunnel, because we've already got a bridge coming over. So if we had a route coming down this way, so if we connect this route from here, coming down this way, so this one's going straight down, and then around here it would turn and come this direction. Maybe we could delete this back a tiny bit. Something like this. Bridge pillar collision. What, here? What? Seriously? Is this causing the problem? That's bananas. That shouldn't be happening. Right, there we go. So we've got our main route through, and that could connect up with the road down to Delhi here, which actually goes all the way through to then Kawasaki. If we delete this back, then what we can do is, if we had a road on this side, somewhere here, this could come across and connect in here. It's saying bridge pillars are the issue, but to be honest, we can go straight across there with the newer bridges, and it will provide us with somewhere for the roads to go. In fact, we could even just connect this in here. So we have a nice little connection through this way. All we need to do here is take the main road and connect it into this one and go underneath. So we don't want to affect that bridge, but to be honest with you, we would rather have this route through rather than this tunnel. So if it's getting in the way, there's no love lost removing that. So if we took this a little bit further back. Went underneath here. We don't want to have too big of a tunnel. We literally just want it to pretty much just go through, allow that other road through. That's pretty much perfect. And then we could have, because this connects in here, we could have this one connecting up here to this main route through. And then we just have to think about what else we're doing here. So it might be better if we actually upgrade this road through. So those two can be upgraded. In fact, what happens if we... That causes a collision there. Which is a little bit annoying. What happens if we do something like this? How annoying. Oh, there we go. So it works when we put it in the other way around. So what we now have is a decent connection down to here, he says, which we can utilize for bringing cargo down here for this train station, and also for the harbour. So that's quite a nice little route through there. Although, to be fair, we have the connection here and here. Maybe we should connect this one into the other road here. So this... like so. And then hopefully we won't be creating a quicker way through for it. That isn't, we don't want to create a shortcut. What we want is to hopefully, oh, that's quite nice, create a connection that allows harbour from, say, the oil well and what have you to get down here very quickly and easily. We'll actually have to decide where we want these to connect in, whether we want them to connect into, say, this train station or this train station, considering, you know, what we've got going on. But yeah, right. So if we just utilize the smooth tool here, clean up some of the not so great looking stuff. There we go. Right. Okay. So we now have main routes down to this harbour. This one has the the route go straight through it, so that is already there. I'm not too sure what we're going to do with this road coming through here. Still to be figured out at this stage. To be honest, we need quite a good connection here for these, because we've got one here, but for these to go in this direction, and we could just do a road coming up this way or something like that that would connect these two up. I mean, if it connects to the right road, that is, not the railroad. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about putting a connection there. But we could connect this up. Let's see how it goes. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, because I'm not 100% sold on it. We can have this connected here. There we go. And even this side connecting up here. So this effectively acts as like a way through for all of this traffic to cross over. But hopefully it won't be. Hopefully we'll have a lot of this stuff coming down to over here, a lot of this stuff going over to this stuff over here. So what this creates is hopefully a bypass that doesn't interfere with the other side, if that makes sense. So what are we going to do with this? We got quite a good connection here potentially. So I don't want this to go on the tunnel. It might just get a bit interfering. Please do not interfere with tunnel. So I feel like we're probably going to have to take this further down so that we can get the road in that we want. And then delete this back. So this, somewhere here, come out in this direction, then come over to here. Something like that. So we got a nice route through up to here. Is this? Ooh. Can actually just do a small road through here, and that would be perfect. So we can now utilize this point here, maybe even connecting up here. I know that it creates a shortcut through though, so we'll have to keep an eye on this. But there we go. This area is pretty much done. And it's all connected back up. We haven't sorted out over here just yet. We'll come back to that because, to be honest, that could probably do with a fair bit of work. Just putting in the harbours and what have you, getting it back to the state that we want it in. So I'm not too sure what to do with this road here. Because we have this route coming through. Maybe we could bring it down alongside and then it could go through that way, or we could bring this way down, come over, and then it effectively becomes like a route out for Changsha to Kawasaki and Delhi down this end. That might be best. So it would be from here, going up, sort of in that general direction. I really hate how it tries to go for tunnels all the time. It's just not what we want. So what type of bridge is this? This is one of these nice new ones. So if we then have these roads interconnect from this side over to here. We can downgrade this, to be honest. It doesn't need to be quite so big. And then that creates quite a nice way through, rather than using all this other traffic coming through. But it would be nice if we had maybe something coming over for Kawasaki from this side, because we've got this main coastal road through, and then it comes up this way, but there's no way to connect here. Maybe that's just what we need, is to have a decent road connection here that will allow for those two sides to connect. Or maybe we could come across over here, do something to connect them up. We've got a few things actually already going that way. What is this? Food line 1. Right, so that's going to change, and we're going to be using the train lines here, probably. Okay. I'm not too sure whether we need to connect this up, because we do have the split down here that goes down to Delhi here, and we do have routes through to Kawasaki from there. And we've got a connection for Changsha to these other two cities, which is our biggest city connecting to two of our, well, quite large cities. I don't know where Delhi, Kawasaki is like probably 10th. Delhi's maybe 13th, 15th. So they're pretty large, hubs of people. So it probably would be good to have a connection there, because it allows stuff to come down from the Hong Kong bridge here. I feel like it's gonna really mess with stuff if we connect those two up. So let's see how things go. If stuff starts to come down this way from up here or what have you, we'll build something in. But yeah, that's this side sort of done. We've got this main route through now for this side of Delhi to Kawasaki on here. Even though we already had really good links here, we've now got because this used to come down to Kawasaki, and then it was like a crossroads here. But yeah, this is a lot more complex, but hopefully it's still helpful, at least having this massive bridge coming across. I think it's going to be, because we have quite a few connections between these cities. So, right, what we need to think about. In fact, we don't need to have a connection here. What we could do is connection through here under these bridges. So that would be pretty much straight if we just do a slight bend, so it avoids those bridge pillars. And then we can do a road here that goes up this direction. And then it comes out here. And we do sort of a connection in. So hopefully this will not become a shortcut for stuff to go from Changsha to Kawasaki, although it may well do. We might have to do some sort of decent road through here. But then again, we've got this other train line coming through here as well. So it's hard to say. This is very definitely coming off for this bit over here. And also Ankara on this side of what we have here, like a inland lake or what have you. Let's just see how that goes. Up here we don't really need to change much. This connects up here. Oh, I'll tell you what we do need to do, which I am not looking forward to, is put in all the stops. So might as well start out with the oops, ones at the stations. This is going to be a bit of a pain going through all of it. You would have thought they'd have a better way of doing this. Maybe there's a mod out there that I don't know of to help place stops every however long, however far between things and what have you. If there is, and you know of it, please let me know in the comments. In the chat. That would be great. Because I may well have to use it at this stage, because this is just painful. At least if we put them in where the station is, so where the entrance to the station is, the trains can go up to that point and wait to go on to, or into the station, I should say. The problem is if we don't do anything between here and between the stations, then they won't be able to go until something's out of the station in front of it. So that's a little bit bad. But right now we'll just focus on this stuff. Right, we're almost there now. There we go. So we've got the stops going around on all of the stations. And we've done this area up here, haven't we? At some point we're going to have to bring that into play. We haven't yet. So let's just focus on this area down here. So what I would like to do is first off, flatten this area. So that it's a little bit more square. And then we can smooth this lot out. we're going to have one here for the steel and brick line. The bricks are going to have to come into this, which makes it a little bit more interesting. What if we had a road coming through here as well? So I would imagine that this would come up to road up here. This creates quite a connection down to this area. Then maybe we would have a harbour on the other side of this. So we're probably going to have to flatten more of this land. Something like this. There we go. That's still not as big as we'd like it to be. So maybe we'll pop this in here. This will be the main harbour for this island. So we're probably going to have to expand it. We have a fair few lines already coming down here, and we're going to need more now that we have a lot more capacity with the train lines going around the island. It's not just importing, it's also exporting the excess resources that we have going around here. So let's just pop in these landings. Why does it say passenger? I've used the wrong watchamajig. That's why it says passenger. I used the wrong darn, whatever this thing's called, dock. Now we should have cargo coming through here rather than passengers. There we go. So we should be able to link. Why do we have bricks? What's going on there? Right, we are back. Ah, the stops aren't in. Oh, we lost all the stops. Ugh, that's annoying. I think that the roads are pretty much okay though. Not done this one yet, so this is probably. I'm not going to do stops. I'm not going to go through and put the stops in because that was a little bit painful. So let's just try this again. So. There we go, that's about right. And then we'll smooth it. Around this area. Luckily, we kind of know what we're doing here, so we're just going to do similar again, popping these roads in. I think this road would be coming down at this point. So we can put in a large harbour. I think we just want to pick up, maybe drop off coal and ore, and then pick up steel, maybe even plastic if we bring it round. And that might be about it for here. So that would be this line, which goes over here. Thing is, do we want that to be multiple lines? Do we need... I'm going to pop a big one in just in case. I don't know whether we'll really need that much capacity there. But we then have it. Just in case. So if we go there, probably want this to come over the top of these other lines. If we can try and does that go underneath, or is that still kind of crossing there? I think that should be fine. So that provides us with a way to bring down the plastic. This hopefully connects up with that. It doesn't connect up with this one, which is fine. These are... I've done it again. These are the harbours for people, not cargo. That's just typical. Alright. So cargo harbour Yes, please. Can we do it so both of them... No, not really. I was just wondering if we can do it so both of them are connected, but we can't really. Annoyingly. Which is fine, we'll just switch these over to here. So... that goes there now. Hopefully this doesn't crash my computer again, and it hasn't. So that's literally just dropping off food. So it's picking up food there, dropping it off there. Cool. I'm going to save this again just to be on the safe side. So we've got the main line here. So after going there, please drop off there. So we want this to, after it's picked up bricks and goods. Oh, sorry, no, not that. It's going to drop off bricks and goods. Here it will be unloading plastic and steel. Here it will be picking it up. Cool. There we go. So goods and machines. Changsha port goes there instead. Again, unloading goods and machines. And finally, food and machines. Dropping it off there, please, instead of over here. Once it's thought about it a bit. It's really thinking about it. Oh my goodness, it's really, really thinking about it. It's having a hard thunk. I just hope it hasn't crashed the game again. Turns out that boats are the killer of this game. Wow, really? Has this actually made the game crash? I think it has. Yep. All right.